Hello people of the world, welcome back to my channel. We are going to do something a little bit different today. I am going to do a talk through. The best of my abilities, I will do a talk through. We're going to go on ahead and get started. So I'm going to prime my face. I'm going to use my Revlon Photo Ready Primer, and I'm going to put a generous amount, on my hands here, like 3 pumps. Blend that all around and get that started in here. So once we've got our primer all in, we're going to move on and apply our foundation directly on top of our primer. And for the foundation, I'm so in between shades, so I'm thinking that I'm going to only use the light shade of Clinique and then bronze my face really well. So we're going to go in with our Clinique here, and then we're going to spray down my beauty blender, and then dab this all in. I feel like my skin is looking pretty good, so I'm not going to put on any concealer. So I'm going to go in with my, I have an Amazonian Tarte Smooth Operator finishing powder that I'm going to use, and I'm going to take it and I'm going to go like this. Like that. Ooh, that's probably funny. I'm going to take my little powder brush here. I'm going to dab that into that powder. I'm really liking this powder. Alright, spread that all around. That's such a fine mist that, like, I see it going into the air. We're going to go in with our eyebrows. I'm not going to put too much extra product on this little brush here because it's got a lot on it. As you can tell, I literally didn't even dip it into that clay, and sometimes I feel like less is more with your eyebrows, so that's my phone. Alright, so now that eyebrows are done, we can move on to the next step. There's a little hair flying around. I'm going to go in with this Barfly highlighter that I had used in one of my other tutorials, and I'm going to highlight. Ooh. Whenever you're using a cream highlighter, put it on before you powder your face. I'm just going to apply another one on top of it. Let's see. I want to do my Milani palette here, and I'm going to take this color right here, and I'm going to dab that right over, and that's really going to stick. There we go. So I'm going to go in with this Tarte. It's a Park Avenue Princess Amazonian Clay Waterproof Bronzer, and this particular bronzer, I've used almost all of it, but what I do, I just like dab my brush around the corner, like all around the corner of it, to make sure that I get it all on there. There you go. And then I'm going to start a little bit further inward. I'm going to blend that out really, really well. For my particular face shape, I don't like necessarily putting a dark color here because it will bring everything in. But I also don't want for my face to not match the rest of my body completely. And see my arm? I don't know. Why does this arm look lighter than this arm? Was it the angle? I don't know what just happened. So, same thing with this bronzer. I'm going to contour my face. And I'm going to use the same little thing that I've been using in the last few videos because I'm really liking it. So I'm going to contour that with this brush here. Underneath there. A little bit on the top. So now I'm going to take this. I'm always dropping stuff. Okay, and I'm going to blend all of that in. I love putting contour on my nose and then watching it just like create this perfect line down the middle. It's like crazy. So for the eyes, what we're going to do is I'm going to first do what I always do and get one nice wash of color on my entire lid. So I'm going to take my Morphe palette and pick this very first color. This is a very, very light skin tone color, like for me. It's lighter than my skin tone, but it is a skin tone color for my complexion. And I'm just going to rub that all around the eyelid. I'm going to go in with this color to the right of that, and we're going to add that right on top of it, because I feel like that other color wasn't doing justice to what I wanted it to do. Now we are going to go in with this NYX palette here. I'm going to go in with this turquoise color and this blue color. So we're going to go Same brush, just swish those around. These are both matte shades. I'm going to go back and forth between one and the other and then back. And then I want to get off a lot of that. And I'm going to focus that in the middle of the eye, being gentle not to get any type of crazy fallout. We're going to do the same on the other eye. Dab that in, tap that off, focus on the middle. So I'm going to go in with my Morphe palette. The only sort of blue color that I have in this palette is this one right here. So I'm going to dab that onto the brush, picking up a good amount of it, and I'm going to put that in the center of that shade. That's just going to brighten that up. Same thing on the other side, swirl that around and dab that in the center of that shade. The next shade that I'm going to use is going to be the green in my NYX palette. I want it to be like kind of like an electric color in the middle of the rest of the shade. So I'm going to go in with this green here, which has a little bit of shimmer in it. And I'm going to tap that. I tapped it right into the pan. I don't know why I did that, but whatever. I'm going to put that on top. Then we're going to go in with our yellow here. And we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to go in with in light right here, and I'm going to spray down my brush first. I'm going to go ahead and dab that in the middle there. There we go. Okay, I'm going to pat on this. It's a Elizabeth Mott Pop Goes the Shadow Premium Eyeshadow in Mermaid Teal. And we're going to put that on the same brush that I've been using the whole time, using the same brushes. This is why I have to wash my brushes so often. We're going to place that right in the middle. That is lovely. That's great, thank you. So now we're going to go in with some grays. And so I'm going to take out this Clinique palette. So I'm going to go in with this Morphe brush. This is an M513 brush. And I'm going to go in with this very, very light gray shade here. I really like these shadows. I don't like the colors though. I feel like I would use them more often. But I was like, you know what? I own these, so I probably should use them. So I'm going to go on ahead and swirl my brush around in this. I want to get a good amount, partly because I know I have another color on this brush, and so I want to make sure that the gray comes off on it. And I'm going to go and sort of dab this along the outer edge of this teal on the outside. Okay, so we're going to go do the same thing, and I should probably knock off the excess, and I'm going to very, very lightly drag that along the outer edge. So now I'm going to darken this look up. I'm going to go in with my Kenny Johnson, the Taupe Berry in this, and I really like this gray a lot. It is taupe berry-ish, but it is gray. I mean, it's a gray color. Okay, so I'm going to gradually build this along that crease. There we go. Same thing on the other side. And this I'm bringing a little bit lower. You just want to make sure that whatever you do matches on both eyes. We're going to go in with this color right here. This is a shimmery shade, and this color right here to the right of it. Same brush, and we're going to concentrate that on the corner, and I'm going to gently dab that. Very, 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 very gently. And I'm placing this color low on the eye, keeping that low. So we're going to go and blend that out, right here. This crease color is what it's called, and it is extremely shimmery and also extremely pigmented. So I'm going to tap the hell out of that and apply you. So the next thing that I'm going to do is go back in with that initial color that I used that has that on there, and I'm going to try to concentrate that color all over again because I ruined some of it. So I'm going to go on ahead and I'm going to go in with the shade I'm going to use in the inner corner. And the shade I'm going to use in the inner corner is going to be from this palette right here. I'm going to take the same brush that has that green on it, and I'm going to swirl it into this very, very eggshell creamy color. And I'm going to place that on the very inner corner and blend that out. Same thing on the other side. Now, that's not quite as bright as I wanted it, so I'm going to take my Lisa Frank Glamour Dolls collaboration eyeshadow, and I'm going to swirl that in there and dab that on the inner corner. That's better. That's much better. There we go. So now that we have this craziness going on, I'm going to fine tune a little bit more of that gray. More of the same sparkly gray from this Wet n Wild eyeshadow palette. I love this palette, you guys. I love this palette so much. And I'm going to really get in there with this color. Let's do something else fun here. Let's just go for it. Let's just really, really go for it. So how about this one? So I'm going to take this. This came out of my Milani palette here. So we're going to take this brush. I'm going to spray this down with MAC Fix Plus. And then I'm going to go in with my favorite shade from this palette, and I'm going to take that and put that, concentrate that onto this brush here, and I'm going to go on ahead and create another gradient right here. That's awesome. Right here. Now I'm going to go in, last but not least, with this brush that has all those crazy colors on it, and I'm going to blend those two together, right? Blend those two together. I'm going to take this brush, this Morphe brush, it's an R37 brush. It is so jacked up from everything that I've done to it. I'm just going to use this just to blend those colors, those particular colors together. That looks better. So I'm going to take the same brush that I had the MAC Fix Plus and this blue shade right here, and I'm going to brush this underneath the eye on the outer edge. This one is Melted Ice Cream. It's one of the lip colors that Kenny Johnson came out with in her collaboration with Too Faced. And then this one is a Super Sage 24-hour color by Maybelline. I really like this color. It is in Forever Chestnut. Now we're talking while I finish this. That is way too nude on me. Okay, anyway, so we're going to move on. I'm going to go in with this Ulta Beauty Velvet Blush, and I'm going to, I can never open things. I'm going to get my little blush brush here and dab that on it. So we're going to spray our face down with MAC Fix Plus. Woo! Okay. So I did have some complications with the camera. The batteries died, and with the lashes, I'm not going to lie, I'm still learning, so bear with me. Anyways, if there's anything else that you guys want to see from me, just let me know. Have a wonderful day, and we'll talk next time on my channel, you guys. Bye. I want to be where the people are. I want to see them dancing, walking around on those, what's that word again? Feet, up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun. That's enough. Anyways. And the only sort of blue shade that I have in need to think about what I'm saying before I talk. Too much stuff. Why and how did this happen? I know exactly why and how this happened. I have problems. Alright, so we're going to go on ahead and put that out of the way, and I'm going to put that out of the way, and I'm going to put you back in your place, so I don't lose you. I have too much going on right now. How am I losing things? I've been sitting in the same spot for like an hour. There it is. I did not ask Google Assistant if my flight was on time. I'm sitting very awkwardly in this chair right now. I gotta get off. I gotta go.